I was watching a program on TV one night when I heard someone say, "It's really hard when your dream comes true." And that stopped me in my tracks. I wasn't paying attention to the show then because I was thinking about that statement. It doesn't seem to make sense. It violates expectations. It's so counterintuitive, or at least it is for me. I mean, come on, you'd think that when your dream comes true, when your ship comes in, that everything is beautiful, right? She said no, it isn't. Just the opposite. It's really hard. I had to give that some thought. When your dream isn't coming true, and it looks like it never will, then, obviously, that's really hard. It seems as if it's out of your control and the forces that are operating are not doing so in favor of your dream. Your dream is being ignored. It's like farmland in fallow. It's not going to come to fruition, and that can be very painful. But to think that when your dream comes true, probably against heavy odds, and you've almost given up hope realistically, but there it is, exactly what you've wanted for so long, and instead of being able to celebrate, the way you see those athletes do when they win the championship game, spraying that champagne around when their dream comes true, instead of being all about pride and sweet relief, instead of that, brace yourself, it's really hard. Your work has just begun. It's hard precisely because now your dream is real. It's gone from being something of a private, fond fantasy to a public factor in the real world. And given the scope of that world, your dream, so precious to you, is at most a minuscule or microscopic item. So it changes from being a beautiful dream to being a humble little reality. Other people will have an opinion about your dream, and they might not be all that impressed. They might be highly critical, and you have to watch as your dream shrivels up into insignificance. Okay, you can say, "It's my dream. I don't care what other people think." You can say that, but the truth is that you can't ignore what other people think. There is a very practical effect that happens when your dream gets real. Other people suddenly matter. Let's say your dream is to open a restaurant. For years it's out of reach. It seems impossible. Then, unexpectedly, things fall into place, and you find yourself opening a restaurant. People come, and they don't come back. They don't like the food or the service or just the look of the place. Your dream, in short, is not their cup of tea. You're out of business in less than a year. Or you're an artist, a painter, and you work other jobs. You hang drywall or tend bar, and you continue to paint, but nobody knows this. And then one day, by an odd series of fortuitous connections, you're offered to have a one-person show at a prestigious gallery. And this is a big event for you. People come, it's thrilling, but no one buys anything. The show creates no buzz. And if you still want to continue to be an artist, it will be in your own studio and nowhere else. Or let's say that your dream is to marry someone, and by golly you do. Should we just pencil in the rest and say they lived happily ever after? It's not that simple. It's not that easy. In fact, it's really hard, especially if you're trying to live up to that dream you once had. So when your dream steps out and becomes real, it will be hard. It can be very hard, and you had best be ready for that. It might test your faith, your courage, your finances. It could very well make you wish for the time when your dream was just that, a dream. Because then, even though it wasn't real, it was, most emphatically, something else. It was perfect. It was unbesmirched. When your dream is about to become real, you might want to take a moment for a bit of reflection, because soon there will be no going back. It is true, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And you're thinking, but the genie in the bottle is nothing. Of course I want it to come out, so I can make my wishes come true. But we all know how that turns out. Be careful, they say, what you wish for. It can be really hard when your dream comes true.